I would think maybe interest rate philosophy.
Yeah, interest rate philosophy for sure. I think the discussion of food cost or inflation, I think that's going to be a hot topic tomorrow, and the market is going to move on those conversations. So if I don't have the plan, and again tonight we are talking about how do we find a trade on a sleepy market day as it pertains to forex. So I'm a lot of those hot topics are going to cause the market to go up and down. Do you believe that that news is going to be an emotional impact on the market tomorrow? For sure it is. For sure it is. Food costs are really expensive right now. Gas is really expensive. All those things affect the market. So, again, the first thing I'm going to look at is prices or looking at charts and finding pairs that are in primary value positions. To go over that one more time, if I am buying, if you use the analogy of buying a car, I want to buy the car at the lowest price possible. So if this is a buy, if I'm noticing that price starts here, I want to ride this all the way up, right? I want to ride this all the way up, right? I don't want to take price from here, right? And I don't want to take price from here. I want to take it from here. And it's the opposite way if I'm selling. So if I'm selling my car to CarMax, I want to be at the highest point for value for me. I don't want to be at the lowest point. I want to get as many pips as possible. So the other thing that I'm looking for is price at structure? And then the question is, if I'm looking for current price, do I have volume? Do I have space? Do I have volume? Do I have space? Is volume increasing or decreasing in the area which I believe price is going into? So if I think price is going to continue in an upper movement, is volume increasing toward the upper movement? Well, Derek, how do I measure that? Well, number one, the candle itself. Is there money in the market at this particular time? Well, if you look at this candle, the answer to that is no. So any one of those questions, and we do our order of operation, I locate price, I identify support, resistance, and structure. Is volume increasing or decreasing in the direction or the trend that I believe it's going? And four, I consult indicators. And then keeping all in mind that price is king. So price is going to trump all those things. But in this case, the candle and things like the MACD, the ADX, all those things say that volume is not present at the moment. So if I go to the chart with EMAs on it, I am looking at where the 50 is. Is price operating above the 50 right now? For sure it is. So is price still operating in a buy? Yes. So the 50 and the 200 both are straight lines. Do we trade on straight lines? No, we don't. Why? Because straight lines indicate consolidation. The ADX and the GG trend line both agree to this because Both are not trending. So a straight line equals a change in direction. Is this downward movement finished? Is price going to continue? Because we have straight lines, because we don't have any volume, there's no need to go any further than this in our analysis. We don't have a trade here. Do we believe we're going to have a trade later? If you do, then you put it on your watch list and you come back to it. Let's take a look at another. Let's look at USD JPY. We have price in the middle of the zone. We have a straight line here, and we have a straight line on the 50, straight line on the 200, sort of a straight line here on the MACD. Obviously, we do not have a trade. The ADX is not trending, and the RSI is flat, just like the 50. And it's obvious that price is stuck in between structure. So what's another way to try to find a trade? If I have no plan, well, I could go to a currency strength meter. And I can pick out a couple of things here. What we want is the highest currency and the lowest currency. So that's going to equal NZD JPY. It should be buying. It should be buying. So we go down here and we click on NZD JPY, and sure enough, it is. So I locate price, and then I ask the question, do I have volume? Do I have space? And the answer to both of those is no. Well, Derek, it looks like I have space here. Do I really? Remember, I have a wick here, and it's in the area of price rejection here. So I'll put this horizontal line here for structure, make this area tangible. It's intangible right now. Boom. Now, all of a sudden, no, I don't have space. I do not have volume. It is not trending. But the GG trend line and the ADX are not agreeing. The GG trend line is saying, giving me all green lights, but the ADX is not trending. I don't have any volume. So what I could do here, I could trap price. Pull this down a little bit, see what structure is, and know that I'm looking, if price is consolidating, meaning price moving sideways, price can move in three different directions, up, down, or sideways. So if price is moving sideways, it is showing consolidation, showing structure. So what am I looking for from price? Come on, yo. What am I looking for?
Volume.
I'm looking for volume. Go ahead, Tammy.
I said the money, the large, the bill.
Well, both of you are saying the same thing, just different words. So I'm looking for volume, obviously. But what the word that I'm looking for here is breakout. I'm looking for a breakout. If price is moving in consolidation, I'm looking for a breakout. So here's my breakout here for the upper movement. So I'm going to go ahead and set a buy peak here. Did we just go to sleep here? Oh, the box. The box is in another place. Here we go. So we're going to do a buy peak here. NZD JPY EP for a buy peak at 95.073. And then I'm going to do a sell peak here. So the sell peak is a little tricky. Here, I have a golden cross here. Price sits right on this line here. And I'm going to put this horizontal line right here. And we're going to make our sell peak right here. All right. All right. NZD JPY EP for a sell peak is 92.233. 92.233. So now I don't even have to look at it anymore. I have price trapped. If there's going to be a breakout in the upper movement, we have this signal here. If there's going to be a breakout here, we have this signal here. I always like to check my work from time to time. So I'm going to look at this from a sales point of view. So we're going to look at this in a sale. If price decides to go in a downward movement, and bring this out. Look at that. Right on the 50. My God, how does that boy do that? No. No. We're going to go ahead and change that from a sell peak to a signal. So let's make that TP 92.018. 92.018. 92.018. And that's how you start the week, ladies and gentlemen. Any questions so far? Any questions?
I was kind of wondering why you didn't stretch that fee about further. I would know to stop at the first demand and first supply.
Okay, so again, we start the fib on the downward move. If we're looking for a sell like we were here, we started at the highest point here where price is, and we stop it at the lowest point here.
Gotcha.
Any other questions? Okay. So there's some other things. There's probably one other element that we want to look at if we're trying to measure increases, decreases in volume, and that's looking at the momentum chart. And I am looking at, take this graph off here. So let me save this real quick. Okay. So first thing I want to look at is where is the momentum in the relation to the 100? Is price increasing, or is volume increasing, or is that motivating factor increasing? Is the horsepower giving me enough to believe that price is going to continue in the upper movement? Well, it looks like it wants to turn flat. It hasn't really turned flat, but it looks like it wants to. So here's the issue here with this. Even though the stochastic is going up and is exiting the sweet spot. That sweet spot is in between this 80 and this 20 line for the stochastic. But the things that measure the momentum or measures price in overperforming areas is the RSI, and the RSI on both signals is flat. Flat, flat, flat. So which tells me right now I don't have a trade. because I have divergence here on the momentum. So I don't have a trade yet. So this is in this case, this is where we would put this on our watch list and we just watch it. Everybody understand? Any questions? Okay. Go ahead, Daniel.
No, no, I was just looking at to the left where that look like a doji in the middle.
Here?
No, come back to your right, right at the top in the supply zone.
This one?
No,
Or
sir.
this one?
No, sir. Up at the top
This
where
one?
it's up in the red where the supply zone is. At
Well,
the top.
you're not talking about this one? Because on my chart, this is the highest point right here.
Oh, okay. I'm still on the momentum chart. I'm sorry.
It's probably, I'll go back to the momentum, but it's probably the same candle. This dude right here.
Come. Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, it's the same candle.
Yeah, okay.
So what about it?
I was just thinking that would be a spot where you would look for rejection.
That's why we put the fib here. It was the highest point, and also I would put a horizontal line here, and I would know that I am not getting into this trade for an upper movement unless price broke this line of structure.
Right. Yeah, that's what I always do. Put a horizontal line there.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I got you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Let's see. So let's take a look at price without any EMAs. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I see this area of 4 wicks right here. That's a good line of price rejection and structure. I'm going to put this horizontal line here, and I'm going to take my trend line, and I'm going to put it right here and just do a natural move up. Right? And I'm going to do a second trend line right underneath this. And I'm going to put this here. So now, as price moves up, or if it rejects, I have a solid line of structure to help me with my entry. But don't let it fool you, ladies and gentlemen. Could I get in this, before here? Well, this guy right here is sticking right out and telling you, well, hey, I am a serious line of structure here. And at that point, is it worth it to get in here early? No, it's not. This is still my entry. Well, Derek, what about all this space if price breaks here and all this space here? Well, okay, great. So let's mark all the areas of structure here. Well, I have this flat bottom candle. I'm going to mark this. And I have this line of consolidation. I'm going to mark this. All right. And then, of course, I have this line of structure here. If I was going to get in early, oh, I'm sorry, I have another flat bottom here. So now, do I have any space here, ladies and gentlemen? Do
No.
I? Nope.
No.
Sure don't. This is still my entry. Y'all feel me on that?
Yes.
Okay. So, this is how I would, if I did not have any inkling of an idea on what trade I was going to use, I would, number one, I would look for prime value positions. Number two, I'm going to probably look at the currency strength meter, see about marrying two pairs together. And I would look at things at structure. Well, Derek, in prime value positions, looking at things in structure, yes. But there's also the zone within the stone, right? There's also the zone within the zone. So I could look at something coming down from yesterday's high going to yesterday's low. In this case, that's a no-go because of all the structure. Any questions on that? All right. Anybody have a pair they want us to take a look at before we get off here tonight? No? Okay, cool. All right. Don't forget the pending fair chair is going to be making an appearance in front of Congress tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central. Be sure that the pairs that we looked at tonight that we put on the watch list, keep your eyes on them. If you're going to be up late, look at them at 12. That would be that 1 o'clock candle for you guys on the East Coast. And with that, thank you guys very much. And I will see y'all tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.